Welcome to the very first episode of Minneapolis by Night, the vampire venue. Tonight, as you can see, we have. Oh, crap. I already forgot his name.
Dante.
Dante.
Dante Santiago Vasquez III.
Yeah, if you think I'm going to remember all that, yeah, good luck.
I don't expect you to. I'm fucking La Sombra. This is just what we do.
Yeah. Dante is actually traveling to Minneapolis from Green Bay, where he is actually the prince. Mainly because, well, he wants to get the fuck out of Dodge. Hey, everybody needs a break.
You know, in Minneapolis, it's where people from Green Bay go when they have nothing better to do.
And right now, of course, as is noted for those who are paying attention and on the Facebook page, there's all kinds of turmoil and lots of things going on. Dante, being told by his harpy, is going directly to the previous prince of the city, which would be James Crow. James currently is sitting in one of the nicer lounges, for lack of a better term. It's more like a bar area, but it's a lounge because, it's for rich people. We'll call it the Jaded Dragon. Why not?
Okay.
He is sitting there with his good buddy and friend Ben Falk, who is actually Ben Falk is one of Crow's most staunchest supporters. So naturally, yeah, he's right up there up his ass. That's basically it. As you come into the city, you get told to go to the Jaded Dragon. That is where Prince Crow, that's what your harpy said exactly. Prince Crow will meet you there.
Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm going. Oh, Jesus, I just realized I've got to buy willpower later. Because I did not do that with my freebies. This hurts. Okay, cool.
Oof.
Yeah, no, willpower 3, not cool.
Oh, yeah, no, not cool.
Not cool in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, that's one of my first XP spent.
No, he's not going to use anything against you. Like I said, this is mainly just an introduction scene to get you introduced.
I digress.
And church bells.
Yeah, because, church, it's a thing for him.
Yeah, there you go. He walks into the Jaded Dragon to the tune of church bells. It's a typical ritzy kind of establishment. I mean, there's nice, everybody you see here is all nicely dressed, got expensive business suits. The layout is, as you would definitely expect, money flows through this place like nobody's business, and you can just take a quick look around and go, "Yep, I'm underdressed for this place." But for some reason, the bouncers outside, they, as soon as you said who you were, they just let you right in.
Cool.
Which you probably figure they're ghouls. If the prince, quote unquote, is here, then, this is probably an Elysium. If not, it's their makeshift Elysium. So fuck everybody else.
Yeah. I am going to find the harpy because I would have sequestered that information as well.
Yeah. I don't have a harpy name for him yet. I just since you randomly. Huh? Harvey, why not? Harvey the harpy. God, that's kind
Harvey?
Harvey, why not?
Okay.
Harvey
cool.
Alexander. He also is a venture, of course. But he's the one that your harpy got a hold of. You see Harvey. You see a gentleman at the bar kind of wave you over. He looks to be about his mid-30s, maybe early 40s. He's got dark brown hair, kind of short. He's dressed like everybody else in this place. Nice business suit, venture. Go figure.
Right. Dante is dressed in papal robes. I mean,
he just kind of, when as you walk over, Harvey goes, when your harpy told me, I thought he was kidding.
No, sir, I am in fact the current Not
Well,
a cardinal, but a cardinal.
he nods. Well, welcome to Minneapolis. Over there in that booth there, the one right in the middle, that's Prince Crow. That's his associate to the right, which is Ben Falk. Um, the one over to his left, the you know homely looking lady next to him is Elizabeth Close. But Mr. Crow there is the one you want to talk to. That's the prince. I can make introductions if you want. I'm sure you'd probably prefer that.
Yes, that would be appreciated.
Don't worry, most of the people in here are either ghouls or otherwise, and the ones that will, for our conversation, will be moving to another location, but just upstairs into the office. Mainly because, the kind don't really need to know some things. Uh, he walks with you over to the table. Mr. Crow, a Mr. Santiago is here to see. Mr. Crow nods. He kind of waves him over. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Santiago. Let's go upstairs.
He'll nod and
Conduct
follow.
our business elsewhere. He just kind of looks at you with your papal robes and just says nothing. And you, the harpy, and Crow go upstairs. You notice guards just kind of they follow you up to the stair line, and then they stop. And then as you go upstairs, there's nobody around. He walks into an office. He walks into an office. Please have a seat. He motions to a chair in front of a desk.
He'll sit.
I'm unsure of exactly how much your heartbeat told you. I'm pretty sure they notified you of the current predicament within the city.
The details were a little, how do you say, off.
Well, right now there are two other factions that are vying for the Princeton. Both have support from various corners. We are doing a pretty good job of keeping them at bay, but we can only do so much. No one has outright done anything against the law, so there is no reason to go directly after them, unfortunately.
He'll tilt his head to the side. Has the Justicariat been informed of the situation?
Justicar has been made well aware of the situation, and they are allowing it to go to an extent. They're really not worried about who has the seat as long as it's in Camarilla hands and held, without remorse. They're more worried about the Sabbat problem we have than the city.
Sabbat problem is not so much problem.
It's not. Well, definitely like your attitude so far.
Sabbat problem is more, how do you say, fly in ointment?
Yes. Except these are pretty big flies and they tend to bite pretty hard. We've kept them under control to a point, but we do believe they have other means, and we do think they have some assistance coming from somewhere. We're just not sure yet. But as you probably, more than likely, as you probably have figured, that the other two factions are pure Camarilla, so there are issues. I mean, well, one faction is pure anarchs, so anarchs are being anarchs. They're causing problems here and there. It's what they do. However, they've gotten some strange backing that have seemed to keep them afloat, which is unusual. But
where's their backing coming from?
We don't know yet. No, they've been very good about keeping that under wraps, which is unusual for such a ragtag group, isn't it? It's the ones that are calling themselves the feudals, which we have the issue with. Now, admittingly, the main reason the Justicar hasn't stepped in is because the feudals believe in the old traditional Camarilla ways. More, status is everything, no matter who you are, no matter what you are. I know from what I've been told about you, um, I may not come across exactly that way, exactly on your side, so to speak. But I believe in the more, you know, how to put it, the less traditional methods. There's a time and place for everything, and as much as I like, as much as I understood the old ways, let's be honest, the times are changing. We need to change with the times, or we are going to be as extinct as some other clans.
Mr. Crow, I'm going to ask you a very interesting question.
I'm listening.
How many Tremere are currently in the city?
Off and on, I believe we have a total of there's two that are on our side, so to speak, and I believe they have a couple on theirs.
In the city. Okay.
Yes, they have one on their side.
Very good.
I don't think the Anarchs had any at all, thankfully.
They shouldn't. Tremere can't go Anarch.
Yeah,
The minute they leave the camp,
well,
the
we
minute they
classify.
leave our society, it
Yeah,
becomes an issue.
we technically classify them as Anarchs, but they actually aren't. That's what makes it weird because most of them are, you know, I mean, what you'd expect. I mean, they have some Bruja with them, and a few Malkavians who, well, they're Malkavians, so it's kind of just questionable, really, who they are.
Okay.
But yeah, so we only have three, and I believe there's a new Tremere coming into the city.
If I can offer assistance, let me know.
We would definitely greatly appreciate it. We are trying to squash this little problem because
The rebellion.
yeah, we're trying to squash the rebellion more for the fact because with the Sabbat presence here, that will only make things much more complicated. I've tried to speak with Sven, the leader of the feudals, and attempted to at least form some kind of peace treaty with them for now. Um, they didn't accept our terms, I didn't accept theirs, so we still have issues with that. I just at least wanted peace for now until we can remove the Sabbat problem, and then we can figure out what the hell's going on.
He
Rather
smiles
than have
and
basically a four-way war going on because it's going to be bad.
he smiles and kind of chuckles. This is the problem. The Sabbat come in, the rebellion, I should say, come in, and they do exactly what they do: cause dissension within our ranks, and angermonger.
Yeah,
United stand.
and we're not. I don't think this bot had direct involvement with the feudals, but I could be wrong.
Do
Now,
you have a
don't get me.
location for the Sabbat?
No, they're scattered throughout. I do have some former Sabbat members that I've been assisting behind the scenes. There are some that are, you know, running away from the group and getting the hell out of Dodge. I also do have a treaty with the Guru, so at least we don't have issues on the shifter front. Well, sort of. They're kind of watching the battle and determining, going to figure out what's going to go on.
What
Obviously,
about the will workers?
No real contact with them yet. I'm trying to set something up. It's hard to figure out who's their actual leader, since they are. I mean, they don't have like a central branch of government from what I know of it. If you know more, please let me know. But I was never good with the will workers.
What about the Fae?
Fae, we've had no involvement with. It seems like they are avoiding this city. Whether or not it's intentional or they just feel that our stuff isn't worth them. From what I understand of the Fae, we produce too much problems for them and their magical abilities, so they tend not to like us. And with the city so rampant with all of us, they probably will stay away until things calm themselves.
God forbid, but the fallen, Mr. Crow.
Ugh. We have no idea if there's a fallen in the city. We're fucked, but there's really nothing we can do about it. We haven't heard anything of a fallen in the city,
The imbued.
but that doesn't mean there isn't. There are rumors of hunters within the city. I don't know if they're imbued or if they're just, Joe Bob looking for a thrill. We're checking into that. There was an incident near one of the cairns last night.
What's a cairn? What's a cairn?
A cairn is a Garou stronghold. Basically, it basically is their version of an Elysium in a sense. Obviously, we're not allowed on there, but it's their, or actually, to put it in a term you'd understand, it's more like their version of a church.
I see.
It's their holy ground, and they protect it viciously. But I haven't gotten a hold of the crew to find out exactly what happened or if we can lend in assisting them with hunting down these poachers. There is no hunting within the city, and they hunted within the city, so they're already violating state laws. In addition,
Oh, side note, for any harpy, just as a heads up, for any harpy that decides they want to look in on the domain of Green Bay is adamantly claiming that Giovanni are not welcome within the territory.
Okay.
So just as a heads up. And he'll kind of fold his fingers into one another and then look at them.
No.
And
he may once his character may once he gets to know you, but since he hasn't had a chance yet, so
right, he'll look up.
Yeah.
Mr. Crow, this is what I'm prepared to offer for an assistance. We are a people of influence. Our kind wield the influence of a molded society as if it were no more than a Beretta. I can make a phone call, and I can have society hunters here to hunt down whatever we need. I just need a target.
Okay, I can probably get you some targets once we get better intel. I don't want to do a direct attack against the other two factions of the camp because they are just looking for a reason to start a war. The Sabbat, I could care less about. Their Sabbat. They expect us to attack them, but of course we have rules. I don't really want to bring in more hunters just to be on the safe side. Like I said,
these are trained. These men are trained like weapons.
I will let me think on that right now.
He nods.
Mainly because I want to get targets, if nothing else. If I agree, I want to get you targets. I don't just want to say this general group and then have them spend a lot of time hunting.
I just want to make sure that whatever targets I send them after is good intel.
That is why I don't want to give you any bad intel. Our information is scattered, and some of it is questionable. I mean, we're not real sure what the hell. Some of us aren't real sure what the hell is going on. I'm trying to get better information. There are some individuals who have managed to. There are some of our kind that have managed to. How do I put it? I can't say escape notice because people will see them, but they've managed to escape taking sides, which I had no problems with. But
right,
they have to realize eventually a side is going to have to be taken.
No, I'm good. Yeah. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry.
But yeah, so I will get back to you on that. He produces a card out of his pocket. This will have a number to get a hold of me. You already have the Harpies number.
Right.
If you need anything directly from me, don't don't hesitate to call. If you need anything city-wise, the Harpy there can assist you. He can set you up with a nice little place, whatever you need. He can get you any information you need. I'm sure with the contacts from what I've been told you have, I don't think it'd be a problem for you to find a place. You are more than welcome in the
Won't be
city.
necessary, however.
Yeah, you're more than welcome in the city, but I just figured I'd at least let you know that my Harpy will gladly assist you in whatever needs he has or full backing he
Just
has.
hospitality.
Um, you're free to start a bar tab. You see him pick up his phone. Business, business, business. Sucks to be, in charge some days. Unfortunately, I have a meeting I must attend, but I wanted to at least personally greet you and welcome you into the city. Um, Please, like I said, feel free to look around. Maybe just you wandering around, maybe you can find more information um, out for yourself. So, I mean, like I said, I'll speak to my Harpy. I'll speak to Harvey and make sure he gets you all the pertinent information we have on any of the major players within the organization and within the city. Um,
Give me one
Anything we have.
second. I'm probably going to lose Wi-Fi.
Okay.
I'm changing connections real quick. Okay, there we go.
But yeah, so Harvey will get you anything you need.
Okay.
We have some information on some of them, but not all. There are independent clans within the city, so I would keep an eye out for that. I am aware of Giovanni within the city. Um, from what Harvey has explained to me, you tend to want to avoid them. It didn't give me a reason, but said that your Harvey said something about not wanting to be around Giovanni, and that your city is very specifically non-geo friendly. Hello. Yeah, there. I guess I did lose you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. So yeah, at that, he is going to excuse himself.
Okay.
Get in his car.
Did you hear everything about the Giovanni, by the way?
Oh, what about the Giovanni?
Oh, Crow tells you that there are independents within the city. Specifically, he's been told that your city is a non-Giovanni friendly city. He did want to let you know that there are Giovanni within Minneapolis, so just may want to be careful. He doesn't know why. Harvey didn't explain it. Harvey just said that for some reason your city doesn't like the Giovanni, and that you personally seem not to like the Giovanni much. So
My like or dislike for the how do you say? Oh shit! Fuck! Hold on.
Arrogant pest. Yeah.
My shit fell. Okay. It's not a personal slight on the necrophiliacs. It's just, I find that generally their business conflicts with our business. And
Fair
as
enough.
such, have made it a point to rid myself of unneeded troubles.
Well, I figured no matter what, even if you had a like form of dislike, I figured I'd at least let you know I am aware of Giovanni within the city. I spoke with them a while ago. They're, at least the brother and sister, are a very unusual match, but the whole Giovanni thing just bothers the hell out of me, honestly.
As it should. Anyone who wields the power over death wields power over us.
Very true, but right now what this city needs is some more tourist or more money coming in. So of course I tend to look the other way when it comes to bringing in money into the city, and extra backing can't hurt right now. They haven't, however, made any declaration as to which side they stand. So who knows? They could very well join Sven in his labor, which will almost
Give me
terrify
one
to think
second.
about.
Switching connections again to a better connection. Are we good?
Yep.
We still good?
Yeah, we're good. Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, cool.
Okay. I was like, crap, don't. It's like, we're almost done. Let's just finish this. But yeah, he goes, oh, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you would at least want to be aware of them. You can't miss them. They're, and they, I don't know why they do it, but the Giovanni, as usual, are Giovanni, and they dress very appropriately to make sure you know who they are. Look, I have a giant gold G on my chest. I'm so cool. But they serve a purpose. Yes, entrance. Well, it's ironic because, like I said, this guy runs the Canadian Pacific Railway, so kind of fitting. But yeah, as I said, if there's anything you need personally from me, please don't hesitate to ask. Um, I do control the rail lines here, so if you need something transported in or out, please feel free to come to me. I can easily arrange that for you. Other than that, my heartbeat will be more than willing to assist you with any of the other, I don't want to say lesser things, but any of the non-specific things.
Okay. So, at that, he will excuse him. Something to the effect of, I will pray for the standing of the city. And he will make his way out.
Yeah, I will say he did seem a little uncomfortable, but that's probably because of your whole true faith.
Yeah,
Might be why
he's
he was
actually
stuttering.
wearing. Yeah, he's wearing a very ornate, old school, like 12th century temple cross.
Mm-hmm.
It's very old, very ornate, very holy. And with that, Dante will make his way to the car.
Okay.
And he will call his harpy. And he will ask for the contact information for one, and I can't remember what you said the character's name was. The other prince.
Oh, Sven's harpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sven is he's actually Gangrel, which is ironic.
Ooh, that might be a better person to make an ally with. Because Gangrel, once you make an ally with them, they're loyal to the teeth.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it'd be Sven's harpy, which is a female named Jade. From what your harpy describes her as, she sounds like she would be a better Bruja than anything, but she is a hardcore Gangrel.
Okay. Gangrel and Bruja, they're very similar at times.
Yeah, similar in dress at least. I mean, he says when you see her, believe me, you'll wonder.
Okay. So I'm gonna call this Jade.
Okay.
And inform her that I am in the city and am seeking hospitality.
Very well. I assume you would like to meet with Sven?
If at all possible, yes.
He's got a few issues, but I will hold on 1 second. She, actually, Sven, you hear in a heavy Scandinavian, broken English. What is it, Jade? I can't do accents, so please forgive my crappiness. I have a gentleman here who wishes to meet with you and speak of hospitality. Don't we have enough going on? Yes, but this is probably someone you're going to want to meet. Do we get the hint? Very well. Have him meet us. Have him meet me here. Very well. She walks off. Forgive him. Sometimes he can be a little testy.
When faced with problems.
Yeah. We're in the government center. You can't miss it. She gives you directions. Just come up to the door. I'll have the guards on the outside alerted to your presence.
Very well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And he will plug that address into his GPS and he will drive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she gave you almost perfect directions.
Baller. So, upon arriving, he will go up to the front door.
Okay.
And,
yeah. You see two
guards.
Yeah, you see two guards. You see one of them kind of touch his ear. You do see an earpiece. You see him. Lady Jade, your guest is here to see you. You see the doors open. You see a female. She's wearing, jeans. She's wearing she's holy crap.
Sorry, passing vehicles.
Yeah, all good. She's in jeans. She's in like a black combat boots. She's wearing a black leather biker jacket with studs all over it, and spikes all over the place.
What I'm hearing is Harley Bike Mama.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah. Cool. She actually has a T-shirt that says "The Brujas suck."
Nice.
She's
not in my own domain. Can't be like, you will take that off or I will fucking strip you status. So
she just thinks it's funny.
Yeah, but it's masquerade breachy. Like,
yeah,
it's borderline masquerade breach.
But yeah, that's where it gets a little goofy. I mean, obviously she's allowed to get away with some more, and she's a harpy for a reason. So she walks in. You can see she does, as she turns, you see the butts of two weapons in shoulder holsters on her.
Okay.
Not a big deal. I just figured I'd let you know. Sure, you're gonna be paying attention because
I'm not worried.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to attack you, but
yeah.
They obviously always come prepared. As expected, it is a government center. It's closed right now, of course, but you see various security guards, and they're dressed in security uniforms. Even the two out front were in security uniforms, but you could definitely tell these are probably not the typical staff they have.
Right.
She goes over to an elevator, hits the button. You guys get in. She goes to the top floor.
Appearance 5, by the way, otherworldly special, or appearance 4, otherworldly specialization.
Nice.
Just throwing that out there.
Okay. She's an appearance. I believe I had her as an appearance 4 as well. So I mean, she's hot.
Okay.
And she's just kind of. So what brings you, Minneapolis? This ain't exactly a fun place to be right now. While you're in the elevator.
He kind of smiles at this and looks over at her. Yeah, but I am a prince of the Camarilla, and as such, I am required to offer my aid.
Well, I'm sure Sven would love it. As I said over the phone, he could be a little picky, but I have informed him he does forget sometimes because he has so much other shit on his mind, and he has tended to piss off the Anarchs a bit much. They've kind of come after him a little bit.
The Anarchs are lapdogs anyways.
Yeah, well, when you meet Sven, you'll understand why he's not too worried about them. And she just smiles. He's definitely old school. Yeah. But that's why I like him because he doesn't take shit and he won't think twice. Doors open. She walks you. You see a small gathering of people. You see a couple of people in suits. There's one guy that's sitting right next to Sven. They're just having a conversation. He's in a really nice, expensive looking suit. You would probably peg him just off the random top of your head as looks to be a venture.
Gotcha.
Just because of his attitude.
Yeah. I'm in Elysium. I'm not going to do that. Okay, cool. I was going to be like, shadow play?
Well,
and then I'm like, wait, I'm in an Elysium. This is a really bad idea.
Yeah, no, not a good idea. Not a good
Common sense kicked in.
Yeah, not a good way to start. She wasn't kidding. Sven is a mountain of a man. You can tell he, as the description goes, an old world gangrel from the Scandinavian Peninsula. So you can imagine what he looks like.
So probably a runic sorcerer?
I haven't actually gone fully into details with him yet. I've been kind of debating what I really want to do with him, but runic sorcerer was one of the thoughts.
Gotcha.
Okay. But right now, I mean, it's not a big deal. You do see he's, at the table they're sitting at. I mean, they're just sitting chit chatting. But you see in front of him is this huge, and probably most normal people would have to wield this thing two hands. But you can see he could probably wield this thing one handed. You see a battle axe.
Okay.
And the picture is in the photo collection on the Facebook page if you want to see. But
I'll look over it later.
Big man. He's got long, what looks like blonde hair. I mean, he looks like a typical, he looks Scandinavian in every aspect. I mean, he's even wearing, looks like kind of like leather armor and furs.
The techno Viking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. And it's funny because it's complete contrast to the guy who's sitting right next to him, who you think is the one who looks like a venturer. I mean, the two sitting near each other is just, it's almost kind of awe-inspiring because it's like, holy crap.
Stranger things have happened in kindred society. I mean, we have 8-year-olds running around, for Christ's sake.
That is true.
I mean, the Prince of Cairo is, I believe, 8.
Yeah, I believe he is. Yeah, something like that. But it's just weird because you don't usually see these two sitting in the same setting and, having a decent conversation.
Right.
Jade walks up. Prince Sven, Prince Santiago from Green Bay is here to see you. Yes, please.
He'll smile and nod and move forward.
You notice the one in the suit just kind of sits quietly and just kind of sits aside and just kind of watches.
Greetings. How does the evening find you?
Well, I mean, there have been better days, but, you get what you get. I've learned throughout my existence to take life one day at a time, or a few days at a time if you can do it. He just kind of smiles. Some of the others are kind of...
At a time, some of ours would say.
Yes. I'm sure your heartbeat has made you aware. You're going to hear almost the exact same thing. I'm sure your heartbeat has made you aware of the current circumstances within the city.
I've been informed. So I'm going to ask you a very interesting question because I'm here to assist.
Okay.
Because the Camarilla is the Camarilla.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have targets for the rebellion? The rebellion being the Sabbat, not the opposing Camarilla faction.
He nods. I understood exactly what you meant.
Just clarifying something.
We have names, but we don't have locations. The problem is the names we have are some, from what I've heard, are some pretty vicious names within the rebellion. These are men, and these are beings who
very well
are pretty powerful in their own right, from what we've been told. So I can give you a couple of names, but as for location right now, we can get you that as soon as we can narrow them down. The more powerful ones, of course, are staying far behind the scenes. Some of their lesser ones, I could give you one of their, one of the little lesser ones who tends to just kind of wander around.
Well, as soon as we have addresses, I can send my men in to strike. However, I will warn you, once my men get here,
Hmm.
we need to have the city on lockdown.
Okay.
Because my men, he looks down at himself. As I'm sure you can tell, I'm a man of cloth.
You know,
My men wield faith as a weapon. And that being said, I would hate to have unnecessary casualties on our side.
understood. Unfortunately, since you do know the current problems within the city, I cannot right at this moment guarantee that it will be on lockdown. So I would say save. I mean, and we don't have addresses anyway, so save the information until we can. I am a prince, but with the other two Camarilla factions, you know, with the three of us arguing between ourselves, unfortunately, there cannot be a united front right now.
Which
The
is
terms
what
they
we
brought to
need.
me were the terms they brought to me were ridiculous and completely uncalled for.
What we need is a united front.
Mhm.
Because a divided Camarilla is exactly what the rebellion needs to put its grubby little paws in our ribs.
Exactly, and that is why I've been doing everything within my power to squash the problems between us and get moving on a united front against the spot. But unfortunately, it is not as easy as one as think. Some would go, "Oh, well, just enforce your will." Yes, but with the clan so divided, I fear only it would only cause to deepen the scars rather than attempt to heal them.
He'll nod. Well, when we have addresses, I will have reinforcements. When I have reinforcements, we lock down the city. When we lock down the city and reinforcements have arrived, the rebellion should be squashed. My men will leave shortly, as long as they don't have reason to stay.
Well, I'd rather not give them a reason to stay.
And if we give them no reason to stay, they will believe they have destroyed the slight and plight against God.
You just kind of nod. Jade here can get you anything you need, hospitality wise. Let me be, you know, let me definitely welcome you to our city. We can appreciate any aid or assistance you can offer. Um, Once things have calmed down and I am in the rightful spot of Prince, I can also assist you in your city with any needs you have. Until then, I can offer as much assistance as I have available. Um, Politically, it's a mismatch where it's back and forth. It's a giant game of chess politically. Um, I'm moving my pawns around. They're moving their pawns around. Um, the city is almost divided in a sense into four different four different factions. And the weird thing is, they're so mixed up that you can have someone who sides with me working with the same, someone who sides with one of the others. Um, it's just
He'll nod at this.
yeah, it's just political. Unfortunately, with the humans, it's we take what we can get.
I mean, when is anything with our society not a chess game?
He smiles. Sometimes it's better just to throw those ropes out there and start crushing things. He just kind of smiles and kind of pats his
They must
rammer.
be defended at all costs.
Exactly.
Um, very well. I'm just simply here to aid, and I'm here to seek your hospitality.
Jade will gladly help you with anything you need, and even some of the other things you. He looks at you. Never mind.
Actually, and he turns to Jade at this point.
Well, she just kind of smiles.
Do we have any pedophile priests locally?
Honestly, I haven't looked into the church front because we don't usually get. I mean, not many of our members obviously find their faith in your belief. I'll actually look into it.
Again, nods at this.
I'll check with the local police that we have on our payroll and see what they can turn up. Maybe they got a report, and unfortunately, as much as you know, sometimes your church tends to look the other way for things.
That is a problem that the church has. But that being said,
I'm sure we have one or two. We have not a large city here. Technically, we're almost two cities combined. I mean, us and St. Paul are butt and butt. So I mean, I'll take a look. I'm sure we have at least one, no doubt, within the city somewhere.
Very well.
If you want him, we can get you his information.
No, I want the intel. Hunting them down is part of the fear causes a certain tenderness in them. It warms the blood.
That it does.
And besides, by the way, he's incredibly, like, if he didn't have the merit he has, which gives him blush of health, he would be incredibly pale. His eyes are not even humane because he is on path.
Mm-hmm.
So he will smile at Jade. More should seek out God's redemption.
Yeah, okay. She just kind of looks at you. Sorry, not a big religious. Never have been. Teach their own, though.
Teach their own.
Yep.
Just, if you ever feel the need to repent, by all means.
That is such ironic timing.
That was actually really good timing.
I know, that was awesome.
Like, I did not even look down at the time.
That is so cool.
Yep. 15 till. Yep.
That is perfect.
Yep.
You couldn't have done that better if you tried.
I couldn't have, and that wasn't even trying. So he's like, if you ever feel the need to repent, by all means, you have Mike Harpy's contact information. I will make a special trip.
She nods. Very well. I appreciate the offer.
And he will nod, and he will actually make his way out.
And she will actually walk with you. She's a Harpy. She has to do her job. Well, it was definitely a pleasure meeting you. Dante, is it?
Yes.
Very well. She produces a small card. It just has a phone number on it. That is a secure line in case you need to talk freely. That is my secure line. You can get a hold of me. Well, obviously, the typical times we're awake.
He'll actually reach into his robes and take out a card and hand it to her. And it has his full name, title, the location of the church he is actually currently assigned to. It will give all sorts of... have you ever seen a Catholic, business card?
Never actually seen one.
It's actually kind of impressive because it lists a fuck ton of information.
Okay.
It lists numbers, it lists his people directly below him, and some other shit. But
she goes, damn.
Like the first time I saw one, I was like, wow, it's kind of impressive.
That's fucking detailed.
yeah, it's fucking detailed as shit. It has the seal of the papacy on it.
She kind of moves her finger away from it.
It's engraved, so
Yeah.
like all the lettering is kind of raised.
Yeah, I mean, even though it doesn't do anything, it has no faith or whatever. She just kind of moves her finger away from it,
Yep.
kind of reflexively. She looks
Yep.
at it, she's like, she sticks that in her pocket. Well, I hope you have a good night. If you need anything, please. I mean, the city's open. We do have a few locations that are protected um, due to a couple of Tremere contacts we've had. That can give you a place if you wish to stay for the daytime.
I believe I have something set up.
Very well.
And he will make his exit, and he will actually go check into a hotel.
Okay.
Because most hotels have blackout curtains.
Yep.
So he's going to go check into a hotel, check into a really nice ritzy room, because Resources 4 allows me to do that.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Resources 3 allows me to do that.
Still enough, either way.
Yeah. So he will check into the hotel, draw the blackout curtains, put the Do Not Disturb sign on the door, and he will relay all of this information back to his sire.
Okay.
And with that, I think we can call that scene.
Yep, I think that's good for them. All right. Thank you all for watching. Definitely stay tuned and enjoy, and be tuned in for definitely much more to happen with Dante and the other vampires. Good night and good luck.